Do you ever wonder where your money went at the end of the month? Avoid these 6 money mistakes.
I'm Angie.
I'm Eddie.
Thanks for joining us at Life to the Second Power.
Welcome to Life Squared, brought to you by the Perfectly Imperfect Network, from imperfect folk everywhere.
Okay, money. Let's give a little bit of perspective to money. For example, $500 to me and $500 to a homeless person is two different things.
Exactly.
It means many, many different things. That's the obvious one. But it also means something different to me and you. And this week we had a super great example of that.
Yep.
Okay. I had the opportunity to make money in 2 different instances. The first instance was $400.
Right.
The fact is, it should have been $500, but I accepted $400. Another situation, it should have been $200, and I accepted $125.
Right.
Now, my reasoning, being the good wife that I am,
Smart wife.
was that we were going to make 3 purchases this week.
Right.
One was a tripod,
Yep.
one was a steamer,
That's right.
and one was a rug.
That's exactly right.
We had already decided this over the weekend that we were going to purchase those 3 items. Okay, if I accepted these jobs at this different price,
Yep.
we could pay for that. We might get to try that new Cuban restaurant downtown.
Yeah.
In fact, we might even splurge for 2 entrees instead of sharing one.
2.
2. A lot of times we go to restaurants and we share.
Right.
And that is a great money saver. We'll talk about later, but it's also great for your waistline.
Yes, it is.
So, anyway, after decades and decades together, we still have a different attitude about money.
Yes, we do. I thought that maybe we should have maybe waited out and maybe tried to get the 700. But then after we talked about it, 525 is better than 0. And
Right.
so 0 is 0 no matter how you look at it.
Right. However,
She won.
he wasn't wrong then. Why? Because wanting more gains you more. Okay, when you want more, you're motivated to do things that create more money.
Right.
One of the best ways to create more money is not to spend it.
Yeah.
That's easy. But it takes us to number 1, excessive spending. Always ask yourself, is this a need or a want?
Yeah.
Okay, I want new blue jeans.
I need
New blue jeans. He really does.
I really do, and that's no joke.
Yeah, that's no joke. Okay, so you really have to ask yourself that question. Now let's go back to the 3 items we were buying this week.
Yep.
All right, were those needs or wants? The first one was a tripod. As you can tell, we use a tripod. Ours is slowly dropping our camera.
Exactly.
So we feel like that for everyone concerned, us having an appropriate tripod is probably a good idea. The other day I cut my head off. Okay?
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
I don't look that great decapitated.
Right.
Okay. And it drives the guys that do the editing a little crazy. Okay? They go, what do we do if you don't
Can't
have a
fix it.
head? We can't fix it. Good point. So the tripod, I think we can both agree, was a need.
Agreed.
Okay? That takes us to the steamer.
Yeah.
This summer, we got to piddling around outside, and the green beans boiled over on a gas stove. And
Me?
no. gas stoves can be hard to clean when something boils over. So we've tried several different ways to get the green bean scum, the burnt green bean scum off our stove.
Right.
Haven't worked. So we called and they said, oh, great, we'll come do it. $200.
Yeah.
Or we can buy a steamer for $139 that will steam it off of there. This would be a pretty high-powered steamer.
Right.
And maybe, just maybe, we can do it more than once.
Yes.
Maybe next time the green beans get boiled over, we won't wait 3 months to get it clean.
Well, that's true.
You know, that's a little embarrassing.
Yeah.
Okay, that leads us to the rug.
All right.
I bet you're thinking that rug isn't warranted. Well, we've got hard floors in our house.
Right.
And we used to have rugs.
Yes, we
And then
did.
we got a doodle.
Yeah.
And the doodle, we got rid of the rugs. Okay? Well, when we're making these videos, sometimes I wear the wrong shoes. I make a little too much noise, with the boots or the clogs. And for the sake of the guys up in editing,
Yes. We need
the
quiet.
rug, we need that rug. We need that rug. So I think that all 3 items were neat.
You won this time.
Love it when I win. Number 2, keeping unused or unwanted memberships or services. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Streaming services are horrible.
Yes.
Now, about 3 years ago, I encouraged this guy to go through our account and see if we had charges that, were either unauthorized or no longer needed
Right.
for services.
Right.
And it's really embarrassing how many
It's
movies.
scary how much. $2.99, $3.99, $6.99. But when they add it all up, it was a scary little thought at the end of the month how much money we were paying or spending for stuff we weren't using or had forgotten we had even gotten it.
Yeah, and one of the best tactics is, okay, say you want to do something like watch Yellowstone.
Right.
And you need that streaming service, and they go, oh boy, we're just so happy to have you. We're going to give you 3 months free. And you go, great. And they say, you can cancel it
By calling us.
just by calling us. And you go, great. And then you do what?
Forget.
You forget all about
Me.
it. Okay? Totally forget. There are a lot of apps like that. I had an app that was like a photo editing app. I hadn't used it for 3 years. I could hardly remember the name. I certainly could not remember my password.
Right.
That's when you know you really should have gotten rid of it, okay?
Yeah.
Gym memberships.
Oh.
A lot of people have those, and they're just perpetually taking money out of their account.
Right.
Book clubs are terrible.
Right.
Back in the old days, it was the album club. Remember
Yes.
that? They just
Yeah,
kept
we do
coming.
remember that.
Yeah, we're old enough to remember that. Be careful about those unused memberships and services. Number 3, living on borrowed money.
Yes.
No-win situation.
No one.
No matter what, it's a bad idea. It is very easy to get into this, I don't know, it's almost seduced into this in college these days, where you're taking out enough of a student loan to pay, your expenses, to have great clothes, to
Right.
party, for the food. Trust me, when you get out of school, it's going to be enough just to pay those education costs back. Try not to use it for living
Frills.
expenses, partying, because you're going to want to buy other things. You're going to want a house, you want a car, you're going to want a baby carriage.
Yep.
And it takes a heck of a job to pay for all those things. So try when you're in school, try getting a part-time job. It has never been so great to make money in new and creative ways
Right.
as it is these days.
That's true.
There are delivery services, there are online jobs.
Yep.
Try to find one of those. Number 4, chasing rewards on credit cards.
Yeah.
Now, we're a little bit older,
Yes,
so
we are.
we no longer have a lot of things on credit. Okay, so recently we decided we needed to use some credit.
Yes, we
So
did.
we decided to use one of a credit card we already had,
Right?
and that was our Amazon card, because we do love Amazon.
Yes,
Right?
we do.
Okay, so we were really excited. Okay, points, cash back points.
Right.
Now, this is very similar to flight miles.
Exactly.
Okay, so you use the credit card every time you do Amazon, and you get money back. And then we kind of figured out that it was like 72 cents for $30, or it just really wasn't worth it.
Right.
But then we did discover that there was a better option.
That's right.
Okay, and that was the interest-free. When you buy something that's a little bit more expensive, and they will give you, sometimes it's 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, interest-free. That is a way better deal. I know that the lumber places do that a lot,
Right.
like Lowe's,
Yes.
and Home Depot.
Right.
That is a better way to take advantage of it. One of the girls at one of the dentist's office was telling me that the doctors will do that.
Right.
They will pay the interest for you if you take out a certain credit account, and you have a year to pay it.
Immediate
Interest-free.
gratification.
Yeah, and so think about that. Be curious about your credit cards.
5.
Unclaimed money. Now, we start off here with one of your pet peeves.
Yes. Gift cards. 20, 25 bucks, whatever. Go spend 30, 40, 50, whatever. Just make sure you spend over that, because then you get every penny of it. You don't leave anything on it. You know how embarrassing it is, and I can speak that I've done it. Yeah, will you check this card, see if I got some money on it? Oh, yes, sir, you've got 72 cents. Sir, you've got $1.34. Okay. Why not just spend it all the first time, get rid of it, throw it away, and the other company doesn't get to use your money, and you have more money.
Right. Because most of us are not going to pull that card out for that $1.32 or $1, whatever it is.
Right.
And you know what? How much money do those guys get from money left on gift cards?
It's scary.
You might as well get it yourself. What about refunds?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What about that bottle of spray suntan oil in the car? We got 3 years ago.
It's a classic now.
It is. It's vintage stock. Okay. That spray suntan lotion, $8, $10, $12, something like that.
Right.
And it didn't spray. So we put it in the little pocket in
Side
our
of the
car,
door,
the door, and go, okay, well, next time we're at CVS, we're going to go in and, get a new bottle.
Right.
3 years later, we go to trade the car off. Suntan lotion's right there. I mean, we've at least been to CVS 25 times.
Oh, God.
I just didn't take it in. But make sure you take it and get the refund. If those pants, jeans don't fit you, take them back. You're
Immediately.
probably not going to lose that weight real quickly.
Immediately.
And if you do, you'll want a different pair of jeans anyway.
Right.
Okay, overcharges. I'm one of those people that stand at the lane and watch. What's that ringing up at? Because you've had it happen to you. It's supposed to be $2.99. Somebody forgot to program the register, rang up $3.99. You know what? Get those overcharges back.
Yes.
Insurance claims. Now, we just had 2 incidents
Right.
that totaled almost $400.
Exactly. And that's a fact.
Yeah. The very first one was medical.
Right.
Okay. Eddie has a copay of $35 when he goes to the doctor. He always pays it right then.
Yeah.
Doesn't have them bill him. Okay, so he goes to the doctor like back 3 or 4 months ago. And he pays $35, and then we get a bill. What did it say on it? final
notice.
like we're going to be turned over to the police
Gestapo.
or so, the Gestapo. Whatever. Anyway, $180 is the bill. And I said, they agreed. Okay, if you give them your card and it says Addie's copay is $35, then by accepting your insurance, because they've already made a deal,
Right.
the hospital's already made a deal with, for example, United Health,
Right.
they are accepting that $35. Yet we're getting a bill for $180. So Eddie calls them up and says, hey, what the heck? And she goes,
Well, she goes, you didn't have insurance. Oh, yeah. I said, well, I have two kinds of insurance. Oh, well, you have this and this. Ooh, here's the copies. Oh, gosh. We forgot to send it to the one. Ooh, that's our mistake. Yeah.
no kidding. We're about to get turned over to the credit police.
And you think if we would have paid that $180, they would have sent it back to us? No.
Another situation, we had a pipe collapse.
Yep.
Insurance. Actually, the insurance made us wait a very long time before they made a determination.
Oh, yes.
Their determination was correct based on the policy, but we didn't have use of our sink in our kitchen.
2 weeks.
Yeah. So my point was, you can't, it's unhealthy to
Right.
make someone to go without a sink for 2 weeks. And in fact, the health department might also say that that's gross. Bad things happen.
Right.
And as we went through the process, they agreed to pay half of the charges, which was $185. So right there, that was almost $400. You can buy something with $400.
Yes.
I mean, not many people would scoff at $400.
Right.
We certainly wouldn't.
No, we would not.
Okay. The final one, number 6, is just logical. And that is buying new when used is appropriate.
Right.
Now, Brent, one of our partners, he just told me a story about his tripod. It's all about tripods, isn't it?
Yeah.
He said that he had bought a used one for $15 that he would have had to pay $500 for.
Right.
You know what? A tripod is a very good thing to buy used.
Yes, it is.
Now, you may not want to buy a camera or a computer used because, obvious reasons.
Underwear.
But, there are certain things you can buy used.
Exactly.
And it's just fine.
Yes, it
and
is.
it's going to save you a lot of money. There's a lot of buy and sell apps.
Right.
Our son, he wanted this super duper rice maker.
Yeah.
And he had an okay rice maker.
Right.
So he puts it on this app, and somebody buys his rice maker for $25, and he goes and buys his super duper one for like $75. And it's sort of a way to recycle.
Yes, it is.
It is a way, being a way better steward for our earth.
And you can always go buy the new one, but check out the used first.
Yeah.
You can always get the new one.
Exactly. I'm going to bet that if you do one of these this month, you'll have just a little bit more money at the end of the month than you did this past month.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us.
Life squared. Yeah.
We really appreciate you joining us today at Life Squared on the Perfectly Imperfect Network. To get more content, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions or feedback, we'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Thanks for watching.